A little while ago, I posted a video answering the question, why do some people have to go to hell? And essentially looked at a deeper question that asks, why would God send people to hell? And the answer is, he doesn't send people to hell. People choose hell when they reject him. He didn't create a place for people who didn't want him. Hell was created for the devil and his angels. Earth was created for people to hang out with God. But when we rejected him, starting with Adam and Eve, when we rejected him, he said, okay, I'll create another place. I'll open up heaven for those who want me. We'll live forever there. People will start here on this place, which was originally for us to hang out with, and you'll make a decision for me or against me. And for me, we'll spend eternity together in heaven. For those who don't choose, I don't have any other place but hell. Anyway, it's explained in that video. So I mentioned in that video that I would be posting another one, which is this. What is God's thoughts on hell? On a human being, on one of his beloved creatures going to hell? I want you to turn to Revelation chapter 8. This is the moment just before the end of the age when Jesus' second coming comes and wipes out all of the unbelievers on the planet. Right now we have 8 billion people on the planet. And it will be devastating. No doubt it will be devastating. But what does God do just before that is really profound. So chapter 8, Revelation chapter 8, verse 1. This is one of the most profound revelations I found when I was teaching on this book. Verse 1, when he opened the seventh seal, and the seventh seal opening would be the entrance of Jesus coming, wiping out the inhabitants of the earth. When he opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven for about half an hour. There's no other scripture like this. Silence in heaven for a half an hour. I don't even think anybody had to call for silence. Everyone knew what the seventh seal opening it would mean. The end of the age. The end of those who reject God. And everyone, every inhabitant in heaven knew the devastation of that. And there was silence for about a half an hour. And I saw the 7 angels who stand before God, and 7 trumpets were given to them. Verse 3, another angel who had a golden censer came and stood at the altar, so in front of God, in heaven. He was given much incense to offer with the prayers of all God's people on the golden altar in front of the throne. The smoke of the incense together with the prayers of God's people went up before God from the angel's hand. So what's happening? This angel is sitting in front of God being given incense, much incense. He was given much incense to offer. And that was the prayer of God's people, which was in a bowl beside God's throne. So you can picture God handing the angel the incense. And then the incense gets put into the fire, into the altar, and the smoke rises above God's face. He grabs more. He has in his hands the conversations, the moments, the relationship, the hearts, the communication, the tender moments of the people who love him. He hands it to the angel. It comes up from the fire, and he's just consuming himself through his fingers, through his nostrils, probably to the point where there was so much smoke. He was given much incense to offer, and this is just going and going and going, and he's consuming himself with those children who love him, who chose him. He's consuming himself with those conversations and relationships, with walking and talking along with them. He's consuming himself with those before the moment that he has to throw down and open the seventh seal to destroy all those who rejected him. He had to work himself up with those who had chosen him and loved him to get to the point that he would be able to end. God hates hell. But he will not force someone to choose him. But the thought of sending somebody to hell, the thought of somebody choosing hell instead of him, devastates him. I knew of a family who had multiple children, and one of the children, who was adopted, kept threatening the other children, knives, pushing them down stairs, and the devastation of that family having to give up the one. And this is God giving up billions of people who have rejected him. God does not like hell. He loves his people. God is love. That's why, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Listen how simple it is, that whosoever would just believe in him will not perish, but have everlasting life. God hates hell, and he loves you.